So, hello everyone, this is the lab for week 9. In this lab we are going to do the practical based on the concepts that we have learned in the theory class. So this week in the theory class we learned new concepts like adding an image icon, setting a tooltip text, then setting the fonts and setting the scroll bars for the text area. So all these four I'm going to cover in my this practical lecture. I have a lab sheet actually. Here I have few programs, so I'm going to solve one program for each of the topic which we have discussed in the theory class. Alright, so I have a first program over here. Write a program that creates the following GUI. Please note that I am not going to do any action listener. My basic purpose is to explain you how to use these various features with the labels, with the buttons, because action listener you can do it by yourself as per the program requirements. So we are going to create this type of layout using panel, using title border. Title border we haven't done in the lecture, but some of the things I may introduce new or now in my lab lecture. So we will be using button, label, tooltip. We have learned yesterday font and color. So all these we are going to learn in this program. Now what is a title border? If you see over here, I have this label, 3 buttons. Now across the label there is spanning some line over here. This is called as some border. Same, I have 2 labels over here and there is some border spanning around it. So this is something new. This is called as titled border. We are going to learn. And if you see, when I take my mouse over this button right, it shows me this is the right button. So this is a tooltip text. Again, I have different fonts and I have different font colors. So how to use all these? First of all, let's think of the layout. Now, layout, of course we are using panel, but the layout for the frame from appearance, it seems to be a border layout. And for the border layout, the first portion, which is 3 buttons and it has buttons, it is attached on the north side, and the second one, which is 2 labels, it is attached on the south side. Now coming to the upper part, 3 buttons. Now it has only 3 buttons. If you see, it's not spanning across, it's not covering across. So the first panel has a layout, flow layout, and the second panel, which is 2 labels. Now if you see, it is almost covering across. You can see the difference between them. So this is a grid layout. Alright, so let's start making with the program. Now, I'm not going to use any action listener. As I said, I am just concerned with the layout now, because action listener you can do it by yourself as required, as per the requirement of your program. Alright, so let me just select my folder. It's a lab exercise. Okay. Alright, so let me give it a name, program 5. Okay, PR5 week 9. I'm going to make all my programs like this, PR5 week 9. Alright, so I need to have layout, I need to have color, I need to have font. All these are in the AWT, and I need to have a frame. It is in the swing class. So import javax.swing.start and import, because I need a flow layout, I need a border layout, I need a grid layout, I need a color, I need a font. All these are in the AWT. Import java.awt.start. I need to have a label, I need to have a panel, I need to have a button. All these are in the swing. Okay, I need to have a border factory, because if you see this program, this border belongs to a class called as border factory, which belongs to the swing class. So I can write import javax.swing dot border factory. So border belongs to the border factory class, which is in the swing package. So again, it's in the swing package, so I need not to include it separately, but I included it just to tell you. Again, I need to have a tooltip because tooltip also belongs to the swing class, so no need to have it. Or if you want, let me just elaborate the classes, that's better, I guess. Import javax dot swing dot jframe okay. First of all, I will include all the swing classes. I need JLabel, I need JPanel, I need JPanel. What else I need? I need border also. So I have a border. Border dot star. It's small border dot star. Okay, what else I have? I need a text field. Okay, I don't need a text field. I need a button. I need a button. Alright, border factory I have included. I need a tooltip. So all these classes I need. For the AWT, I need flow layout, border layout, grid layout, color and font. So I can use like import java.awt.star. I am going to use it as a simple. You can use it javax.swing.star also. Alright, so let's start with the program. Public class week 9 extends JFrame. What I am going to do over here, I am going to declare all the components first of all over here. Then I am going to go with the constructors. So how many labels I need? Let's just check it. I need because 3 buttons and 2 labels, this is a label, then red and orange, this is a label. How many buttons I need? I have 3 buttons and I think I need 2 panels. So I'm going to declare all these components first of all over here. JLabel, L0, L1, I need 4 labels, L2, L3, L4. J button, B1, B2 and B3. I have 3 buttons. Okay. Then I have panel, J panel, P1, P2. What else I have? Flow layout, FL. I have grid layout, I make it as GL, border layout as BL. Alright, what else? I have font also, font F. What else? That's it, I think. I have titled border also. Now if you see over here, this is a titled border. Let me just make it and then I will explain you how we can have the titled border. Alright, so these are all the things that we need to have it over here in the outermost section. Now let's start with the making the constructor PR5 week 9. So let's start with setting the properties of the frame. Set title. Set title, I have something over here, test swing features. So I will write here test swing features. Set size, let me just make it as 400, 200. Set default close operation. Exit on close. Alright, then set layout. Set layout, new, border layout. Alright, now we start with making the panel. I will make the first panel. P1 is equals to new J panel. I will set the layout for the panel. P1 dot set layout, new flow layout. Now I will start adding the buttons. Alright, now before this, first of all I will add these two labels, because 3 buttons and these 2 labels, they are not on the panel, rather they are outside. So how to add something like this? I will add it before this. I can add it outside also, rather let me add it outside as a global. L1 is equals to new J label, three buttons, and I have L2, only these 2 labels. I am going to declare it over here. What is there? 3 buttons and 2 labels. Now I am going to apply a titled border over here. Now how to apply it? So I am going to create a titled border over here. It's from the border, titled border, TT maybe. So this is how we can use titled border, and here I have to specify where do I include, on 3 buttons. I have to pass the parameter where to put it. Another titled border, I'll create another object, TT1, and it should be here in 2 labels. Alright, it should be around 2 labels. Alright, now moving ahead, we are over here now creating the panel. So let's start creating the panel. So we have set the layout for this. Later on I will tell you, because if you see over here, these are 2 labels, but these have a border around them. Now how they have the border around them, I will tell you later. After we finish with the program, I will do something more with this. Alright, so what do I have over here? I have 3 buttons over here in the first panel. So B0 is equals to new J button. What is the name of the button? Let me check it. Left. And if you see, the background of the this button is set to white. B0 dot set background color dot white. I have another button B1. I have another button B1. What is the button has? Center, and if you see, the foreground is green, so the font is green, so it is center and foreground. Because the font is green, so it's foreground, F-O-R-E, foreground color is set to green. Then I have B3. What is the button? Right. Alright. Now it does not have any button or something like this. It does not have any color set over it, but it has a font. I will later on tell you how to set a font. I am not going to set font for any of them. I am going to use the default font right now. Now I will add all these buttons to the panel. P1 dot add B0, P1 dot add B1, P1 dot add B2. And then I will set a titled border around panel 1 dot set border. Which border I want? Titled border, TT. Actually, I don't need this labels, 3 labels. I will later on erase it. So I have set the border over here. Same thing I am going to do with the second panel. P2 is equals to new J panel. New J panel, and the layout of the panel is, I have not yet added the panel on the frame, so add P1 comma BL dot north. I have not declared over here, so BL is equals to new border layout. I have to declare it. B1 is equals to new border layout. Same thing I have to do it for over here. BL, sorry, it was not 1, BL. FL is equals to new flow layout, and GL is equals to new grid layout. Now for my grid layout, how many rows? 1 rows and 2 columns. This will be used for the buttons. Alright, now panel 2, let's set the layout for the panel. P2 dot set layout. Okay, I set it like this over here, no problem. If I can use it like this, or I can pass the parameter over here is equals to, I can use it as GL now. So no need for this one, and even no need for this one because I passed like this. I can do anyway. These are the different ways I can do it. Alright, now let's just check it what we have further. So I have two labels, red and orange. I will first of all add label 3 is equals to new j label red. Alright, now for the red, the foreground is set to red. L3 dot set foreground color dot red. Set border, I have the border also. Okay, I am not going to use right now border because I have not yet defined it. Later on, because we will not get the same thing. Okay, now L4 is equals to new j label orange and what is the foreground? It's orange. L4 dot set foreground color dot orange. Now what I need to do, I need to add the panel, the labels to the panel. P2 dot add L3, P2 dot add L4. Then I need to set the border also. Actually I don't need these two labels, this one, because with the titled border I have already described it. I don't need it, so I will make it a comment. Alright, I will set a border. Panel 2 dot set border property, and what border I need? TT1, because it's two labels. I need to add this to the frame at P2 dot BL dot south. So that's it. Let's just try. We will not get the same output because I have not yet set the border. Okay. Yeah, here. Okay, so let's compile it again. It's B0. I have button B1, B1, B2, B1, B2, B2 and B3. So B1, B2, B3. Okay, what is it? BL. I have border layout. Okay, because I have not defined it. Okay, that's why BL is equals to new border layout. That's why. Let me just write it again. Yeah, I think it was B1. The problem is here, it should be comma. Okay. Alright, our output will not be the same because I have not yet included okay, I don't have a main method and I don't have the set visible property true. Main class, okay, PR5 main. Alright, so PR5 week 9, P1 is equals to new PR5 week 9, P1 dot set visible true. Alright. Okay, so if you see over here, alright, I want it black, it should be black. If I go over here, my right, this one, and even I have not set the tooltip text also. Alright, so it's not yet the same. This should be black in color. This is okay, this is okay. Alright, so this is okay, but even the labels. So what I need to do over here now, let's go back to the program, and this one should be, yeah, because I didn't change it to, I don't want it to be green. Let it be black only. Alright, so now I don't have a tooltip text. Alright, let's first of all set a tooltip text. Alright, how to define it? J so I don't need it. B2 sorry, B3 dot set tooltip text, whatever you want to display. This is right button. Now let's check it whether it displays or not. I have not yet set the font also. I am going to set the font also. So when I take my cursor, it displays this is a right button. So this is how you can set the tooltip text. Now I will change the font of any one of these buttons. So first of all, we need to define the font, what type of font we have it. We need to have it. Alright, let's define it over here. I will define it over here. I want is equals to new font. Let me, first string is the type of font, Arial black, maybe whatever you want. Then I want font dot bold. I want it bold and the point is 60. Now I will set it to the button 1. Where is my button 1? My button 1 is here. Yeah, button 1 is here, which is left. Let me just set it to B1 dot set font, and I will pass the object over here. Let's just check it. Okay. So if you see, the font has been changed. This is how you can set the font. Now let's check whether my output looks same as it is or no. No, still doesn't look. Why? Because if you see between red and orange, there is a gap and there is a border. So we are going to use the border factory now over here. Now how to use the different types of borders, I am going to tell you. I will define a border over here, and like this, something like this, border bb is equals to, it's in the class border factory dot, it's a line border. I can have a dash border, I can have a thick line border. Create line border, and in the bracket I will pass color dot black followed by the point size. Let me just give it 3 maybe. Okay, now I need to set this border to my labels. So L3 dot set border bb, same thing I need to set it over here. L4 dot set border bb. Let's check it. If you see, there is a thick border around them. I can increase or decrease their thickness. So if I just give them, I can give the color of the border also. So the syntax is, I will create an object of the border. It is in the border factory class, border factory dot create line border. I can create a dashed border also. I am not sure about the spellings. I think better we go with the line border. Create dash border. Okay, so I think it is something else which I am not recalling it. Line border, I can create it with a red color also, and let me just give a 0.1, not so thick. Create a line border. Okay, let's just check it. Sorry, it's lined border. It should be line border. Alright, so it won't be now very thick. So this is the border. So this is how you can set it. You can set the tooltip text to any of the component. You can apply the font. You can apply different fonts also. So for example, you want to apply some different font. Let me just check the fonts. What do I have in my over here in the system? Okay, Algerian. I have Algerian maybe. I will apply to some other. Okay, let me just create another font. Font FF. Let me make it as Algerian. I want font dot bold or font dot italic, and I want it to apply on my label. L3 dot set font FF. I can apply different fonts to different components. So if you see, it's in Algerian, and it's in italic, and the type and style has been changed. So this is how you can apply a different type of font. Now I have included two new things over here. The first one was the titled border. The titled border was around the 3 labels. So title border actually gives a border around your components, and then border factory to have a border around the component itself, for example label or a button. So these were the two new things, and in this example we have covered the tooltip text also. We have covered the font also. So these are the two new things which we have covered now. We are left with image icon and we are left with the scroll pane. Okay, so let me go ahead with the next program what I have in the lab sheet. So I have the image icon, I have all these flags. Now make sure these flags are should be in the same directory where you are saving your Java file. These are actually the 4 labels, and on the 4 labels we have set the image icon. So let's just try this program. Okay, so let's start with this program now. These are the 4 flags: UK, US, France and Italy, but one of the flag I will take it to be of the Saudi. I have already these files stored in my program directory where I am going to save this file. These are all the PNG images: France, Saudi, UK and US. So it must be in the same directory where you are going to save your program. Let's start with this program. Let me check the number. It's program number 6. So PR6 week 9. Okay, so I just need label and frame, label and layout. That's it. So import javax dot swing dot star, import java dot awt dot star, public class PR6 week 9 extends JFrame. So I will just first of all create 4 labels. J label, L1, L2, L3, L4, and I need to create the image icons. Image icon, US icon, is equals to new image icon, and here I am going to pass the name of the picture. Name of the picture is UK, US, Saudi and France. So first one is in the string us.png. Alright, next again I am going to create another image icon. Let me just make it a UK. So UK icon, UK, make it as a Saudi. Okay, then France. I need to set a layout also. Later on in the constructor I can do it. Okay, now what I need to do, public PR6 week 9. I created a constructor here. Let me just copy all these from this one. Okay, what is the title? Let's just check it. Test image icon. Test image icon. Size I will set it a little more, 800 400. Okay, set layout. I need to set a layout also. I can set it a grid layout, but I need to declare it also. Grid layout GL, set layout, new grid layout, and 1 row and 4 columns. Alright, Now I will start adding the labels. L1 is equals to new J label, and there is no text, rather there is just a picture, US icon. No need for panel. I don't need a panel here. So I have label 2, UK icon. Very simple program. I'm not going to use any action listeners. Saudi icon, and it's France icon. France icon. I need to add all these labels. L1, L2, L3, L4. Done. I can create a test file also. I will create a test file. Test PR6. So I'm going to copy over here. Public class test PR6. Public static void main string args. PR6 week 9. Alright, then set visible true. Let's compile our previous program. We didn't compile it to know our errors. Okay, I have the errors. Import java.awt.star. L1, L2, L3, L4. Okay. Grid layout. L2. Saudi icon. Alright, now let's run our program. So if you see, I have all these flags like this over here, and in the last class I already explained you how you can change the size of the image also. You can use those properties also to make them smaller. So this is how you can add the image icons to the components. So our output is perfect. Alright, moving ahead. This is a example. We have already done it, but now you have to, same thing you have to do it. It should change the color to green, blue and red. Now here this example I already discussed in the solutions or the demo programs. Just you have to use the font with the various components. It's already provided in the demo components. Same thing you can try it by yourself for adding or subtracting the two numbers. Alright, I'm going to do this program now. This is a text area, this is a mess, this is a label over here. Now we have to create a frame as shown below to perform the button events. When we click on the send, message sent successfully, it should be displayed over here in this label. Button cancel is clicked, clear the contents, so this text area should be set to clear, and even the label, Alright, and when the exit is clicked, we must exit the application. So this is actually a border layout. This is actually a border layout. It's on the first panel has the grid layout. It's on the north. Then the second panel, it just has the text area. No need to set the you can set the layout, or no need. It has just the text area. And last one is again the panel, and it is in the south, and the second panel is in the center. So we can try with this example. I will add to it the scroll bars also, but later. PR6 week 9. No, it's not program 6, rather it's program 10. Okay, so import java.swing.star, import java.awt.star. That's it. I think I need action listener. I need action listener. Import java.awt.event.star. Public class PR10 week 9 extends JFrame and implements action listener. So what I need only 3 buttons. Label J button, B1, B2, B3, J text area, TA, J label, L1. I'll make a constructor PR10 week 9, set title. What is the title? Jubail University College. Alright, then what do I have? Set size 600, 400. Set default close operation, exit on close. I need to have layouts also. And panels also. Border layout B1, J panel, P1, P2, P3. So set layout, new border layout. So we have defined the layout for the frame. Now let's start with the panel. I need a grid layout also. Grid layout GL. Alright, so let's define first panel. P1 is equals to new J panel. I'm not going to use the action listener now, because let me just design my frame first of all. New panel. Layout is grid layout, new grid layout, and size is 1 row and 3 columns. Now I need to add buttons. B1 is equals to new J button, and the title is submit. What else I have? Background is green. B1 b1 dot set background color dot green. Same thing, I need to add action listener, but I will later on add it because I'm not going to do the action listener first of all. I am going to design the layout for my frame. p2 dot it's cancel, and background is red. b3 is exit, color is yellow. Alright, now I will add this to the panel. p1 dot add b1, p1 dot add b2, p1 dot add b3. I have added to the panel. I will add the panel to the frame now. Add p1 comma border layout dot north. Okay, now I will create another panel. p2 is equals to new. I don't need to have any layout for the panel 2. Okay, I need to define a text area. TA is equals to new J text area, and do I have any some default? Type your mail here. Type your mail here, and let me just give it a size 20 and 50 maybe. Alright, p2 dot add TA, and I will put panel 2 in the center. Add panel 2 dot border layout dot center. Now I have panel 3 is equals to new J label, and it's written message, J panel. I have label 3 and it's written over here message. No need for having any layout. I will add this to the panel. p3 dot add l3, and I will add panel on the south. Add p3 comma border layout dot south. So I am done. Set layout. Okay, I'll create the main program for this, because then only I can test PR10. Let me just check for the errors here. Dot star. Okay, let me just ignore this one. It should be Java X. B1 is all okay. B1 is already defined, so BB maybe. L3. Where is L3? L1, label 1. Label 1, label 1. Okay, again here. Done. So let's create the object over here, PR10. PR10 week 9. Okay, pp.set visible to true. So my frame is the same over here. Now I need to add action listener. Okay, now I explained in the last class, I guess, how can you change the position of the label, because this is coming in the center and by default it's the center and it's here in the left. So I can use over here where I have defined my label, comma, JLabel dot left. So it will align it to left. Let's check it. So these are the small things which I am explaining with the programs, and you need to remember it. Not yet done. JLabel dot left. I need to check it. It's not moving to the left. So if you see, the layout is the same. I think here also, because it should be green, it should be yellow. Let's check the buttons. B3. So it's okay now. Okay, JLabel. It's not yet working. I will check it later. Alright, now we need to add action listener to this. So I will have this, I will import awt.event.start and implements action listener. Okay, so let's now start with the write the action listener over here. So public void action performed action event AE, or whatever object you want to make. If AE dot get action command dot equals what was the name of the button? Submit. Then what it should do? Let's just check it. Send is click display the message in the message label. So here in the message label, it should display that message is sent successfully. Okay. what is my label? L1. L1 dot set text message sent successfully. Now before I move further, I want to add action listener to the buttons also. B1 dot add action listener this. Same thing to B2. And same thing to B3. Alright, the other button is cancel button. Now what should happen? Let's just check. If it is cancel, what should happen? Let's just check. Contents of the text area and label are erased. Text area, okay, and label. Whatever I write, ta dot set text. Okay, let me just check. I defined, okay, ta. Now if it is the last one, exit, exit system dot exit 0. Let's just check it. All right. So let me just start typing my mail here. Hi, how are you? How are you doing? Or whatever. When I click on submit, message sent successfully. When I click on cancel, everything gets erased. When I click on exit, it just window just closes. Now let's try to add a scroll pane also to this, because in the last class we learned how to add a scroll pane. We know that JScroll Pane is in the swing package, so we need not to import it, but we are going to make an object of the JScroll Pane also. So JScroll Pane, SP maybe, whatever the object you want to make. Alright, so wherever I have declared my text area, it was in the center. So with the text area, I have to attach this scroll pane. Alright, now this was my text area. So what will I do? SP is equals to new JScroll pane, and I will pass the object of the text area over here. Now I have to set the horizontal scroll bar policy. SP dot set horizontal scroll bar policy JScroll pane dot horizontal underscore scroll bar underscore always. Same thing I will do with the vertical scroll bar also. Set vertical scroll bar policy, and here I will write vertical always. Let's first of all check the always, and then I will change it. Alright, now I have to add to the panel 2 I have to add this scroll bar. To the panel 2, I have to add this scroll bar, so SP. Alright, let's everything is done. Now let's just check it. Okay, is my scroll bar added? So if you see, scroll bar is added. This is the vertical scroll bar, this is the horizontal scroll bar. So it's always added. Now if you see, if I keep on adding, if you see, it's moving, the scroll bar. This is the scroll bar. If I start something like this, start to add the text, vertical scroll bar. So this is how the scroll bar works. Now I have options like as needed, always, or never. So if I make it as never, for example, vertical scroll bar never, I will not have any vertical scroll bar, but horizontal scroll bar will be always. Okay, let's run it. So there is no vertical scroll bar. There is no vertical scroll bar. Horizontal scroll bar is there. So if I start writing like this, for example, it's okay. But for example, if I enter like this, it will never be. I don't have any scroll bar over here. The vertical scroll bar is not there. Alright, we have another one, as needed. As underscore needed. Alright, so vertical scroll bar will be there if I require it. So if you see, vertical scroll bar is not there, horizontal scroll bar is there. Now if I start entering, now if you see, vertical scroll bar has been added. So this is as needed. When my text area becomes bigger, when I add more lines of text, I will have the vertical scroll bar. So this was about the scroll panes. Now we have another program. Now this is a program. I have the image icon. When I click on the image icon, it will change their flags. Write a program that creates a frame with the button and the icons. The icon will change when the mouse rolls over and when clicked. So when I roll over the mouse or when I click, the image will change their shape. Let's just try it now. Alright, so basically I am going to copy my previous code for that. So this is program 11. PR11 week 10, week 9. So I just created a program over here where I had the images. I'm going to copy it. I don't need a label. I just need one button over here. Let's just check it. Button with icon. So I have just one button, and when I roll over the mouse over this picture, the picture will change it, and when I click it, it will change. So I'm going to use the same pictures. Alright, so let's just try it out. I need only one button. I don't need any other thing, J button, because it says button. So I need only one button. I need only 3 image icons because I'm going to roll over and press. I need a layout, okay. Alright. Here, okay. 1 and 3. I don't need a layout. I don't need a layout over here because I just have only one button. Alright, let me just remove it. Okay, so b1 is equals to new j button, and it shows the text, click it, and I have a US icon in the beginning. I can use it, or I can use the set icon also. Now I am going to or what I can do, click it. I can do like that also. Now I am also going to set the icon, set icon, US icon. Now I have a property called set pressed icon. When I press over this picture, it should change to another picture. b1 dot set pressed icon. It's a property. It's a property or a method. So when I just press over that picture, it should change to UK icon. There is another property, set rollover icon. When I roll over my mouse over the picture, it should change to another. Picture. Roll over icon. Let's make it France icon. France icon. Let's add the button. Add b1. That's it. I will write just the main program. Let me first of all compile it. Okay, this one. Add b1, let's check. Okay, there is no. Alright. PR11 and PR11. Alright, we write the main class also. Test PR11. Okay, so what do I have? PR11 week 9 pp is equals to new Alright, so set visible to true. PR11 week 9 is equals to. Let's run it. If you see, initially it's the US icon. When I bring my mouse over it, if you can see that picture will change. It is changing. Now when I click over it, it's UK. So it's clicking. So this is how you can set the various properties of the picture. You can make the picture smaller by using the property which I taught you in the previous class. So let's try to use that property with this button. Okay. Alright, let me just use it. New image icon. Okay. US icon dot get image dot get scaled instance 30,30, java.awt.image.scale_smooth. Alright, let's just try with this. I should be capital. I think let me just import java.awt.image. I can use it instead of using with this, I can use it like here when I am setting the icon. I can use this way also. So it's okay when I set the icon. Let's try to run it. So it's okay. If you see, it's okay. Same thing I can do with this also. With the other also, dot get image, I can use it. I will just copy this, Control C, and I will copy it over here, dot get image, dot get image. Okay, let's check it. New image icon. Okay, I have to write new image icon and this one. Okay, image icon. Let's check it. Okay. Alright, now let's just run it. This was the method which I explained you in the theory class. So if you see, when I roll over it, when I press it, it changes. So this is how you can plan your plan the size of your image. Alright, going towards the next program. This is just a simple program. You have to, these are the two buttons. When you click on this label should move towards the left, and it should, when you click on this, label should move towards the right. So you just have to move it to the left or right by using the property. So I already have prepared the program for question 12 and question 13. I will just explain you now. Let me just open it. What I have done, I have already prepared these two programs, so I am going to explain you now. This one is this program is this one, program 12. So you have a layout. This is a text area, just a label is here. When you click on it, label moves to the left or right. Alright, so very simple program. You need to have two buttons, two panel and label. I have set the property over here. Then the panel, on the panel I just have a label. That's a label, not a text area. Welcome to Java, because the label moves, and the layout of the panel is set to the border layout. And to the panel 1, actually there is no need to set the layout of the panel also. You can just use it like that. Then panel is added in the center of the frame. Panel 2, I have two buttons, left and right, and the layout is the flow layout. I have added the action listener, and then we have added the buttons, and it is added to the south. Panel 2 is added to the south, and whereas panel 1 is added to the center. Class action listener, which is more important, when we click on the button, left button, label.set horizontal alignment jlabel.left. So this is the message, this is the method that you have to use, jlabel.left, and when you click on the right button, it will move the label to the right. So the method set horizontal alignment jlabel.right. Let's try to run it. Alright. So if you see, by default it is over here. You can make it in the center by default also. When I click on the right button, it moves to the right. When I click on the left button, it moves to the left. So this is how you can do it. Check the program once again. Try to do it by yourself. So this is the full program. Alright. Now moving towards the next. Dialog boxes. You might have seen dialog boxes in many of the websites, or while working you are on the web. Dialog boxes, they are to take the reply or to send a message, normally used with the websites or the forms. They are quite interactive dialog boxes. So we have the message dialog box, we have the input dialog box, output dialog box. Input dialog box has a text field to take the input from the user. Output shows the output. We can have the output also, and the message just displays the message. We can have the buttons on the dialog boxes also. So we are going to learn about dialog box, a very simple program. I am going to do this program, write a program that takes input from the user. The program takes input integer and then sum them up and displays the sum. So we take the input numbers from the user and then we sum them up using the dialog boxes. I have already this program, so I am just going to do it. Let me first of all try to run this program so that you can know it. Okay, because it has a main method over here. I'm not using any frames, or we are using the simple J option pane class. I will explain you now. We don't need any frame or a window. It's just, so this is a J option pane. So you have a different kind of window, which now this text field, just like your text field, it recognizes everything as a string. So same thing you need to do it. You need to convert it into the integer and back into the string. So for example, I take the number 2. Then I click on OK. It will ask me, do you like to continue? Yes. I add 3. OK. Do you like to continue? No. The sum is 5. So everything, instead of displaying over here, it just shows in the dialog boxes. Alright, so how to do this program? J option pane. We are going to use the class J option pane, which is in the swing package, and we are going to do in the main method only. So first of all, we have to use the show input dialog box, which is belongs to the J option pane. So whatever we input into the text field, we are storing it in a string variable. So J option pane dot show input dialog, it's a method. Enter the first number, for example 1. This is, you have given like what type of number you can add it. Now whatever the number you have stored in the string variable, you need to convert it into the integer, because when you are adding, you have to convert it into the integer. So you are going to use the method integer.parseInt and store it in an integer variable. Now you are going to use another dialog, which is a confirm dialog. Confirm dialog, the first parameter is null, and then we ask the message, whatever the message you want to ask. Do you like to continue? Then it will just display the input in the line. String B, now show input dialog. Then if the user says yes based on the input, if the user says yes, then we will take another number from the user using the show input dialog method and store it in another variable. Again we will parse it. Then we will again call the confirm dialog. We will ask, do you like to continue, and we will store the input in this variable. And after that we will add the two numbers. We will show the output, we will store it in the string variable. Now we again want to show it in a dialog box. Here we are not going to use confirm dialog, we are going to use message dialog. Message dialog is used to show the messages or display some information to the user, whereas confirm dialog is used to take the input or the actions from the user. So it will just display the output. So what happens is, I have not yet programmed for the buttons. If you like, you can program for the buttons also. For example, I have by default taken it to be the yes. We can program the buttons also. For example, I just click on cancel, it will just close the program. Okay, I enter the button 23. Okay, do you like to continue? Because by default I have programmed for the yes button. If I click on no, it will again ask from me because I have not yet programmed for the no button. You can program it. Okay, do you like to continue? If I say it yes or no, it will just display me the sum, which is 25. So this is how we can use the J option pane, message dialog, input dialog, and the confirm dialog. So this is all about this lab exercise. Try to do all the programs, and this is also again you can use the OK and cancel buttons. Try to do it by yourself. When you click on OK button, it will print on the console. So this is all about this lecture, and thank you so much.